biggest thing with the truck is that I know it's going to take me more than one winter to complete it, which, as you guys know from watching the videos, it's the build process that I enjoy the most of the builds. So knowing that this one's going to take me several years, that to me is fascinating. But also, because there's so much work already done to it, it's basically a drivable project. So I can drive it and enjoy it, but still be able to work on it. So like I said, it's not much to look at right now. These trucks are notorious for the rear cab corners. These parts right here get all rusted out, and these parts all in here, they get all rusted out. Well, the previous owner has already replaced the rockers, the inner rocker, and the cab corners. That's a huge job, and that was also a bonus for buying the truck, because basically a lot of the hard work has already been completed. The truck has a Chevy 350. It's out of an 80s truck, so it's a little bit newer, but it's still got the carburetor on there, which has been a bit of a learning curve. The interior is also extremely basic. Currently there's no carpets or flooring in here. It's just got some couple of old bucket seats. There used to be a bench before the 5-speed went in. This 5-speed is from a 2002 S10. The interior definitely needs some work, and that's going to be one of the things that I'm going to focus on over the winter, is to make the interior look really nice. It's also got a completely brand new wiring harness all installed in here, which is going to need some cleanup. My ideal build with this would be, I want to make it like a retro mod, so looking kind of similar to OEM, but better stance, nicer wheels, and just overall a clean, nice driving truck. The truck come with some 3-piece NK wheels, 15-inch. These are brand new BFG Goodrich tires. We also have some holes in the box. We've got some cracks around the pockets. You know, some denting, some rust in the tailgate, a few more dents in the back of the box. This box side is actually not too bad. I think that'll be fairly fixable. Thankfully the cab, like I said, most of the cab corners and rockers have already been fixed. This fender has had a replacement panel put down here and down there. That one has been fixed. This fender also overall is in pretty decent shape. This fender isn't too bad. There's some rust spots here. This whole portion of the fender is not sitting right. It's kind of been crushed in, and also up front here, this is all flattened and not looking sharp like the other side. Well, let's first talk about the stance. That has completely changed since the day that I bought it. Currently it's sitting on 2-inch drop springs in the front with 2.5-inch drop spindles in also. Then in the rear we are sitting on 6-inch drop springs and 1-inch drop blocks to give us a nice equal level stance. Took a while, but we finally got it sitting how I wanted it. Since I bought it, I fixed the passenger fender. The lower sections were rotten. I redid the cab corners, inner outer rockers, filled the antenna hole, new front bumper, fixed and repowder coated the grille thanks to Powderworks, new upgraded H4 LED headlights with the angel eyes. We got a brand new passenger fender. All the lenses on the truck are new. We got new mirrors. Box hasn't really been touched. We got 22-inch GM transport wheels, custom tire writing, new taillights, LED taillights. Not much else in the back here. We moved the gas tank under the truck. We went to 6-bolt front rotors. And as you can tell, we give her a little splash of orange. It's actually Duplicolor DE1620. It's the engine block Chevy orange color. I've absolutely fallen in love with this color and I wouldn't change a thing. Under the hood, we got new fuel lines. We got a check valve that prevents the fuel from draining back into the tank. We got a brand new carb, Edelbrock 1406, new air cleaner, new battery, new inner fenders, and one of my favorite nice touches is we finally made the Jack Daniel's coolant overflow bottle. That new carb has made a world of difference on this truck starting. Also the check valve holds the fuel there so that it gets the instant start immediately. Under the truck we just did a custom exhaust. We had an S-pipe, the 2 new mufflers, and then the tailpipe twist. And right before the trailing arm. This is just temporary. This was so that we don't get in total major trouble. Inside, we obviously got a new forever steering wheel. Still got the GPS, speedometer, original tach that come with the truck. We got a new fuel gauge that actually works with the fuel sending unit that's in the rear tank. We got a new shift knob, same gauges. If you don't have a rock form case, I suggest you get one because it lets you stick your phone anywhere, which is super handy in these vintage vehicles with all this steel. We also got a brand new windshield, crystal clear. Not much else is done into the interior except for the seats, which the driver's is now powered. And the big thing we got to do still is we got to lock